Imagine this. Every morning for a month, you crack open 2 eggs, scramble them or boil them, and eat them. No guilt, no second thoughts. By the end of 30 days, what's changed in your body? Your cholesterol, your brain, your muscles, and perhaps, surprisingly, your long-term heart health. Today, we're diving deep into the science of eating 2 eggs daily for 30 days, examining what actually happens in your body, the benefits, the risks, and what research really says, backed by clinical trials, meta-analyses, and the latest nutrition science. Eggs are a nutritional paradox. On one hand, they're cheap, versatile, and packed with nutrients. On the other, they've carried a shadow of controversy, especially because of the cholesterol in their yolks. Decades ago, nutrition guidelines warned out egg consumption because dietary cholesterol was believed to raise blood cholesterol and increase heart disease risk. But modern science has complicated that story. What exactly is in an egg? Why did people worry? And do those fears still hold up under today's research? To understand what happens when you eat 2 eggs daily, first we must break down what eggs give you. Here's a detailed look at their nutritional powerhouse. A typical large egg is about 70 calories, with roughly 6 grams of high-quality protein. The yolk contains most of the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, as well as choline, lutein, and zeaxanthin. According to the Australian Eggs Nutrition Panel, a single egg contains approximately 327 milligrams of choline. Eating 2 eggs doubles this intake. The yolk also packs lutein and zeaxanthin, important antioxidants for eye health. In terms of minerals, eggs are a good source of selenium, phosphorus, and iron. On the protein side, eggs provide all essential amino acids, making them a complete protein source. So, 2 eggs a day gives you double of these nutrients depending on egg size, making them a potent nutritional boost. So what changes in your body when you make 2 eggs a daily habit? Let's explore. Satiety and appetite regulation. A controlled trial compared 2 eggs per day for breakfast versus a heart-healthy oatmeal breakfast in healthy young adults. The result? People who ate eggs felt more satisfied, had lower levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and didn't show adverse changes in blood glucose, triglycerides, or liver enzymes. Lower ghrelin plus more protein equals better appetite control. Over the month, this could reduce snacking or overeating later in the day. Choline and brain and liver function. Eggs are among the richest dietary sources of choline, a nutrient critical for brain health, liver function, and cell membrane integrity. Regular intake supports methylation pathways involved in detoxification and may help maintain healthy homocysteine levels, important for cardiovascular and neurological health. Cholesterol handling. 2 eggs contain a significant amount of dietary cholesterol, around 370 to 400 milligrams for 2 large eggs. But dietary cholesterol doesn't always translate directly to high blood cholesterol. In a randomized crossover study, participants ate 2 eggs daily as part of a low-saturated fat diet and experienced a reduction in LDL compared to a high-saturated fat control. Interestingly, saturated fat intake, not cholesterol, correlated more strongly with increases in LDL. However, the same study noted shifts in LDL particle size, fewer large LDL particles, less atherogenic, but more small LDL particles, potentially more atherogenic. So it's not a simple eggs equals bad cholesterol. It's about context. The rest of your diet matters. Let's move from metabolism to hard data. How do eggs affect long-term health outcomes like heart disease or mortality? The evidence is nuanced. Meta-analysis on CHD and stroke. A meta-analysis of prospective cohort studies found that up to 1 egg per day did not increase the risk of coronary heart disease. Surprisingly, the same study found an association with daily egg intake and a decreased risk of stroke, about a 12% reduction in the highest consumption group. Systematic review and lipids. A recent meta-analysis of RCTs concluded that eating more than 1 egg daily under 12 weeks can elevate blood lipid levels like LDL-C, but does not significantly change the LDL to HDL ratio. Why does that matter? because if both LDL and HDL rise proportionally, risk may not worsen dramatically in the short term. Long-term cohort evidence. A large meta-analysis including millions of participants found increased egg consumption associated with a small but significant increase in cardiovascular and all-cause mortality. Another long-term study over 17.5 years found that each additional 300 milligrams of dietary cholesterol per day, roughly 1.5 to 2 eggs, was associated with higher CVD and all-cause death. However, critics argue these associations may be confounded by other dietary factors. Based on science, here's what you might gain if you eat 2 eggs daily for 30 days, assuming a generally healthy adult diet. Protein and muscle support. 2 eggs provide about 12 grams of complete protein, supporting muscle maintenance, especially if paired with resistance training. Improved satiety. Thanks to protein and hunger hormone regulation, you may feel more satisfied, eat less junk, or snack less. Micronutrient boost. You get choline, important for brain, memory, and liver function. Lutein and zeaxanthin help eye health. Fat-soluble vitamins D and A support immunity, bone health, and vision. Lipid profile effects. If your diet is low in saturated fat, adding 2 eggs per day might not raise LDL. In some studies, it even reduced LDL. Long-term potential with caution. Moderate egg consumption has been associated with neutral or reduced risk of stroke. Eggs are cost-effective, nutrient-dense food in a healthy diet. Risks and caveats. 2 eggs a day aren't a free ticket. Individual response. Some people are hyper-responders, meaning their blood cholesterol rises significantly with dietary cholesterol. Genetics and baseline cholesterol matter. Saturated fat matters. Egg benefits are best within a low saturated fat diet. Eating eggs with bacon, butter, or processed meats may increase LDL. Short versus long-term. Many RCTs are short-term. Long-term observational studies are mixed, and confounding factors like diet and lifestyle affect results. Vulnerable populations. People with familial hypercholesterolemia, diabetes, or metabolic syndrome should be cautious. Undercooked eggs can also carry salmonella risk. Dietary diversity. Relying too heavily on eggs may displace other protein sources, reducing dietary variety. What you might feel after 30 days. Energy and satiety. More steady energy, fewer cravings. Body composition. Extra protein supports muscle repair. Blood markers. LDL might stay stable, HDL might rise slightly. Liver function. Likely no adverse change. Mental and cognitive. Choline might support memory. Changes are subtle. Digestion. Eggs generally tolerated if cooked well. After the month. You can continue 2 eggs a day if your diet is balanced and you feel good. Or scale down to 1 egg a day or alternate days. Cycle protein sources. Include legumes, fish, lean meat, dairy, or plant proteins. Outro. Key takeaways. Eggs are nutrient-dense. Protein, choline, vitamins, antioxidants. For many healthy people, 2 eggs daily may not harm cholesterol if the diet is balanced. Benefits include better satiety, stable energy, and micronutrient boost. Individual responses vary, long-term effects are complex. Balance matters. Use eggs as part of a diverse, whole food diet. Thanks for watching. If you liked this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and comment below if you've ever tried eating 2 eggs every day. Until next time.